Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a PvZ here on Fighting Spirits between Octzerg and Pidgin. Top right, the Macedonian Zerg Octzerg. And on the bottom left, it is our orange Protoss. It's gonna be Pidgin. I can't find anything about him other than the fact that he is German. And maybe it's an alternate name for Horror, also a German player, but if you have information on this Pidgin guy, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment anybody ever makes on my YouTube channel. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and ask somebody else who comments, and they will tell you that I am correct. Alright, so Fighting Spirit PvZ classic matchup on a classic map. Octzerg usually just kind of Ling Floods and does 2-base Mutalisk play and... Oh, hang on a second. Okay, I thought that was the Nexus first. Okay, just... Whew, alarm averted. Just a pylon. But I feel like he is excellent in long macro games as well. So, 500 APM versus 290 APM. Spamming will get you there in the early game, but it's hard to maintain if you're not actually doing stuff, right? Right. And, oh, hang on. You juked me. Okay, so Forge Fast Expand opening. Checking the bottom right. Terror the Overlord. Yeah, I wonder what's behind that door as well. Is it kind of like a Fallout thing? This is Vault 13? Maybe there's a whole civilization under the 12 o'clock base that we've never known about. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wait. Should I zoom in on the dun? Probably should. Dun. Probe comes in, says what's up. Looks like, yeah, about an overpool timing there. Nothing too crazy, splitting the difference. Hatch going down here at 11 supply. And Probe could maybe kind of try to go for cannon rushing, but nah, let's not. Let's get a cannon up here. That is a little bit early on the cannons here from Pidgin. I don't think you need them now. Especially because the Zerg player hasn't scouted you yet, but I guess you don't know that. Overlord. Yeah, it's cross. So, and you, yeah, he cancels the second one. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm not really worried about it. Actually I think he saw, yeah, a drone come out of one of those eggs and said, it's not going to be 6-lings at all. Maybe 4, and there's one set popping. And the second set's going to pop here too. And I think you're fine, Pidgin. Honestly, I do. Throw up a gateway here. Maybe get some probes out to block if you're worried about the number of lings. Yeah, I love this. This is, man. I don't know. Like, Zerg players, do you really value not being scouted more than getting some link pressure out at all? I love this fast third base, too. Holy crap. The Macedonian Zerg making it happen, getting that third base down pretty quickly. Sub 3 minutes is pretty zippy for a third. And that's blind. He has no idea what Pidgin is doing here. I guess if it was like a proxy 2-rax thing, Zealots would already be trying to kill him. So it's like, it's not that. But I mean, it could be a 1-base play for all he knows. There could be like 5 Zealots and 2 Dragoons showing up, then he would just die. God, what a risk. He's like, got 4 Zerglings. That's all I need. That's all I need to stay alive, 4 Lings. He still hasn't killed this probe, by the way, because of course he hasn't. He hasn't really focused on it. He didn't get metabolic boost. He skipped that to go for a lair, which is another good piece of information that Pidgin knows because he sees the lair timing. And so far, Pidgin's got a beautiful picture of what's happening except for this quick third base here. Which is weird, right? Usually you want to get the third base here, or maybe here if you're a Zerg player in a PvZ on Fighting Spirit, but to each his own. On the other side, what are we doing? Cybernetics Core finally coming in. Cybernetics Core. Yeah, and I mean, if a bunch of lings show up, we maybe pull a few more probes to block so these cannons kill them all. There's a Zealot on the way here too. Fantastic. And yeah, this is just setting up to be all of the macros all of the time. So we're just going to open up Spire, preparing for the Corsairs, which will come courtesy of Saint Bisu, who made the Corsair a super huge, all-the-time, standard thing in PvZ. No matter what map you're on, you're going to make Corsairs. Which, man, if you didn't watch the Savior versus Movie PvZ I posted on Neo Requiem last week, it was a lot of Corsairs and Disruption Web. So if you're like, we never see Disruption Web in StarCraft, it's true. We hardly ever do, but you know what? We did in that game, for show. Oh, Scout the Spire. Oh, that's such a sick place for it. Oh my gosh, that's a sick place for it. So, okay, so the Protoss is like, well, I think it's a Spire opening. Let's check and see if there's a third base with bad pathing. Yes, there is. All right, cool. So there's a third base I didn't know about until just this second. That kind of sucks for me. But hey, it's all good, right? We're getting a Stargate. Fantastic. Spire timing about halfway complete. This is usually how this works in PvZ is the first Corsair shows up, gets some free pot shots off before the first Scourge can show up. But it does take about 40-something hits, 42, 43 hits for a Corsair to kill an Overlord. So, Citadel of Adun 2. Is this going to be DTs? Is this going to be DT Corsair? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Won't we, won't we, won't we? Throwing up a creep. Man, this probe is the scoutingest probe possibly ever in the history of StarCraft Brood War. Okay, now speed is done. Now it's dead. But, like, wow. It got all of the information. It ended up scouting the Spire, saw the third base. This Ling pathing is so stupid. And there's our Corsair. Let us attack. That's right. Corsair shows up, gets a few pot shots off. The Scourge are on the way, but they're not here yet. And are we going to find it? We're going to find the buddy. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hey, let's see if this Corsair stays alive. If you're enjoying the nationality flags that I've been putting into the titles of these... Okay, just dead. All right. Into the titles of the videos recently. Yeah, I think they're fun too. I wish that emojis weren't broken on Chrome for Windows right now. It seems to be the only place on the entire internet that these are broken. If you're on mobile, it's fine. If you're on Chrome for like Linux, it's fine. If you're on Chrome for Mac OS, also fine. It's dumb. Oh, look who made a Mutalisk. Why in the name? Okay, you're making 5 more. Why would you make 1? Right? Okay, Templar Archives coming in. Cannons to deal with, you know. You can pull back to the Scourge, or pull back the Scourge from the Scourge here. We're not just going to make DTs, are we? That seems weird. We are! Okay. All right, Urza's Megan. Okay, so High Templar and a Dark Templar. Just one of the Dark Templar brethren. So yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Chrome for Windows, emojis are broken, so you just see like the letters next to the player's name, which is not as cool. But everywhere else, if you're on a mobile phone, whether it's Android or iPhone or whatever, it's fine. Just hilarious and very dumb. So Corsair set. Is this Corsair? I don't know. This might not be as good a Protoss as movie is, everybody. Just gonna toss that out there. So if you enjoyed that movie game, Protoss players, you're like, oh, so this is not going all that well for my Corsairs. I'm rooting for the Corsairs. It's not going all that well for me, tragically enough. Oh my gosh. DT wanders out here and gets 10 Ling kills. That should not have been that easy. Octzerg is struggling. His APM went down from 550 to 200. See? Ha 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 ha. The spammers are always, they can always tell. By the 10-minute mark of the game, do they still have 500 APM? No. Well. Anyway, Hyder's out. Working on missile attack upgrades. Oh, Maelstrom and a Dark Archon. Which the mutas are like, yo. We see you, Dark Archon. Are there enough mutas to win that? Not with an Archon. A regular Archon, mind you. Yeah, that's not happening. But Dark, okay, all right. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You're pretty useless until you have energy to cast spells, which you don't come with. So, I don't know. Might see some feedback. Obviously, this Maelstrom with a combination of Storm is a sick play. Dude, I had no idea this game has Dark Archons in it. I'm always surprised as you are on a lot of these games. I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't watch these things in advance. I don't have time for that. I got 3 kids and a full-time job. And like, I don't have time to sit down and watch replays before I throw them up. And I think it gives it a more sense of spontaneity, too. If I'm as surprised that we have a Dark Archon as you are. Anyway, we're not getting Storm, though. So we're getting the Maelstrom, but, like, not the Psionic Storm. This is a lot of Hydras. You might want Psionic Storm if, like, 18 Hydralisks show up at your front door and start trying to murder you. More Archons, which, again, not what you want here. I like the Zealots. I like that they have leg enhancements. I think that's done. Well, all right. I like that Octzerg getting a 4th base behind this, too. Dude, that Dragoon's on hold position. So the Zealots are trying to... Ah, Maelstrom! Whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound that it makes, but nothing is actually... Oh, wait, the cannon... Okay, so all the... Never mind. Most of the Mutalisks are extraordinarily dead. Fancy stuff. And the Zealots are trying to... There you go. Run past the Hydras and then attack them. That's how you handle hiders as zealots. You don't want to A-move necessarily. Why are you... Zealots, get in there. Don't... You just lost a hide... Why are you... It's not your job to... What is happening? Dude, Pidgin, your control. Your control, though. And he's like, oh, are there hydralisks here? Flee. I think you understand you only have 3 zealots, but, like, it's better than a kick in the pants. So third base not happening. Fourth base is done from Octzerg. So Zerg player, I would say, is ahead here. I mean, did he make amazing trades with that attack? Not really. Is it 85 to 67 total supply for the Protoss? Yes. Is it 47 to 35 worker count? It certainly is. So really saturated minerals here, and a third base is needed for Pidgin. He knows that. That's why he was going for this third base over here. But, oh, and a bunch of lurkers. Ooh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough for Pidgin to handle. Does he have the ability? He doesn't have a robo. Dude, you gotta have a robo at the 10-minute of a PvZ against a Zerg player, dude. You have to have observers at least somewhat coming out soon. Okay, so he sees this, and he's like, oh, boy. Kill the lurkers. Oh, Storm is done. Okay, you know what? Who needs detection when you have Psionic Storm? That's a great question. I can't think of an answer to it at all. This is, again, good micro. Run past attack. Run past attack instead of just A-move. A-moving is good sometimes, but A-moving is also sometimes very stupid. Alright, so lurkers setting up a split so they can't all get hit by storms like they were that one time. And yeah, now he's like, nah, I need a robotics facility. You are not wrong, Pidgin. Not at all. Ooh, Zealot's running. Is there only a single sunken here? Oh, he's got drops! Oh, Octzerg! I gotta put you on my list of players who know how to make drops. Oh. This makes you so much better against Protoss and against Terran if you can drop it, Zerg. Like, I'm telling you, drops are an inherently good thing. That's why Protoss has recalls, and that's why Terran has drop ships that they use to great effectiveness sometimes. Dude, that third base just straight up dies. Good thing the fourth base exists. That's fantastic news. But on it, oh, he's just morphing lurkers inside the Protoss base. The cheekiness on display here from Octzerg is legendary. Legendarily cheeky boy. And okay, Storm's gonna help kill these. Yeah, there we go. And the Zealots are eating Storms too, which isn't great, but all the lurkers die. By that I mean, he doesn't get to burrow at all. Zealots are running. I think you can beat this number of hiders. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio. You guys have +1 attack, and sure, the hiders have +1 too, but so what? Okay, pretty good. This split on the lurkers is great from Octzerg. He's just like, yo, you can hit one of my lurkers at a time with a storm. More lurkers coming in. Queen's Nest on the way, and Pidgin needs a third. He needed a third like 4 minutes ago, but he still needs a third. Obviously, you can tell that from the minimap. Finally getting Singularity Charge at 13 minutes, which is a weird timing. Yeah, these Foreigner games are fun. I like to cast them because it's not just like everybody's playing perfectly all the time. And it just gets a little bit samey when it's all, you know, super high-level Koreans playing against each other. Like, they have these metas that are established, and this sort of thing just never happens because the Protoss already has observers and, like, already has tons of Storm available for this. Where is your obs? He keeps... I don't know I needed to run past there necessarily. Maelstrom, get him. Yeah, little baby Maelstrom here. On them Hydralisks. For those of you who don't know what Maelstrom is, I'm sure you can tell, it immobilizes you and prevents you from attacking, and you're vulnerable to damage. It's like better stasis. Because it stacks too, like stasis does, but stasis keeps your stuff protected, but not Maelstrom. Like, we should see more Maelstrom, I feel like, in PvZ. I feel like it'd be amazing. It only works on biological units, which is why you never see it against Terran, because they're just meching their faces off, but against Zerg, like, a good old Maelstrom and a group of Hiders or on Mutas especially is sick. Oh my gosh, another one. Dark Templar just casually like, yeah, these ones, boys. Kill these ones. Third base is back and established from Octzerg. And he's got more workers than the Protoss does now, 55 to 50. And is it time for a third base? Yes, because you're on the rampage. When you're on the rampage, that's when you need to expand. I've tried to work on that myself in my StarCraft games, and it's going better. I'm very proud of myself. I'm like, oh, I'm on the rampage. I'm out on the map. I gotta expand, and then I do, and it feels so much better. It's like, it's cheat codes, man. Expanding while attacking, a basic concept, but really good. All right, faster adrenal glands on the way here. Ultralisk Cavern coming in too, and freaking stuff. No! No! I love the Dark Templar death animation. It just goes pop like a balloon. All right, Lurkers, hold. No Dark Swarm for you, though. Zealots, you've got to kill the Hydra so the Dragoons can kill the Lurkers more easily. Zealots, you have to be in this battle. Zealots! Zelotes! What are you? And then they're like, nope, we're out. Peace. We're going to kill the third. I mean, that's also fine, I guess. But pff, you could have maybe helped win that battle. Oh, Server Snipe. There's another one here, though. Oh, yeah. Look at these Zealots against this small number of... Yeah, +2 attack and everything. +2 on the Hydras as well, but Hydras, again, take 1,000,000 hits to kill a Zealot, like most things do, actually. But, Anabolic Synthesis on the way. I mean, look. If you're trying to deal with Ultralisks, I'm going to say Maelstrom is probably pretty good. Make another Dark Archon. Have we ever seen it used against Ultras before? I want to say we have. I can remember specifically a couple times that's happened. But maybe only once, maybe only twice. So it's like, tell me there's not a base in the top left. Thank goodness there's not. This 12 o'clock is here too. Oh, says Pidgin. I hate my life. Oh, okay, these drones are just going to try to fight now. That seems like that'll work. Not particularly well. Guys already got 3 kills. And all right, and then some Lings and Lurkers had to come in to save the day. Whoa! But this 5th base attempt left top side for Octzerg gets completely obliterated. Pidgin's up 120 to 99 supply, and worker count is even, so that's a full 20 army supply advantage for the Protoss. And considering, again, Zerg units are squishy and not super cost-effective, it doesn't bode well. I'd really like to see him move out. This is a pretty decent comp if he can get some good storms off on these Lurkers. And by that, I mean the Lurkers that are at the 12 o'clock. Could wipe out the 12 o'clock. I mean, this isn't really all that defended. 1 sunken and like 4 Hydras. 5 Hydras is not going to be enough. Not even close. And there's only 1 Ultra out because Octzerg hasn't really been able to get up a massive economy yet. Right? Sure, he's at 4 bases, but his 5th base died, and his 3rd base died once, and his 4th base has been under attack, and his worker count isn't super hot. And this... Alright, well, Adrenal does what it does, but it doesn't make 1 Zergling able to kill an entire Dragoon by itself. That would be an incredible win. Yeah, so some Lings roll out here. Zealots, I'm not kidding. I need you in the front, guys. There are Zerglings jumping on my Dragoons. Come on, Zealots. Dude, this Zealot control group is just like, we're not part of this play. We are hold positions. And, okay, good. They got dragged into it, I guess. That's fine. The Ultras are bouncing around a little bit, taking a big-time... Oh, gosh. The Storms are really eating these Ultralisks up quite nicely. Dude, they're not moving. That's kind of the problem. Archon's not bad. Dragoons, honestly, pretty big swings. Not bad against Ultralisks either, especially if they have +2 attack. And the Ultras are at, 0-0 on the Ultras. Ooh, Kindness Plating is on the way, but is not done yet. And +1 Ground Carapace is coming in here too. Oh, some Lings popping in to try to help. Oh, nope. Ultralisk dead. Yeah, so the Hydras are good against Archons. The Archons are good against Ultras. The Zealots are pretty good against Ultras. The Dragoons are good against Ultras. I mean, look, if we don't see Dark Swarm here, this is just going to be a win for Pidgin. Or it could be a rare, like, 20-minute game wherein the Zerg player never gets Dark Swarm and beats a Protoss anyway, which is really hard to do. Like, insanely hard to do. I don't know that you have enough to break this. You do have Detection, which is nice. So, like, maybe Dragoons could focus on the... DT doesn't do anything. Focus on the Lurkers, maybe? Dude, the Storm is killing your own stuff. And you have Detection because there's an Observer here. What a scrappy little battle up here at the 12 o'clock. A lot of drones died, a Sunken died, some Lurkers died, but that's it for Pidgin's army too. So he's expanding behind this at the 6 o'clock, which the Overlord sees from Octzerg. I don't know. This is a very, very... It's harder to predict what happens in the Foreigner games because it's like, I don't know. They do weird things. They make weird choices, like not having any High Templar at all to defend this 3rd base against a huge Ling Ultra inside attack. Like having 1 High Templar here or like a Reaver would have totally changed this outcome. By this outcome, I mean everything dying at the 3rd base. Good luck, all of these probes. They are going to die to these Lings that have Adrenal, and again, no attack. Oh, they have 1-1 now. That's good. Okay, so the probes are going to live because, like, zealots finally arrived. Oh, did we also... Lings got down to the 6 o'clock, too. All right. Octzerg has effectively... not entirely knocked the Protoss player back to 3 bases, but... Or 2 bases would be worse, but... I mean, we're mined out of the natural, so that's not great. Yeah, Zerg players traditionally hang on to mineral patches in their main and their naturals longer than the other 2 races. Because they don't have huge amounts of saturation compared to the other 2. Bring detection with you? Did you honestly not bring detection with you on a journey where you know the enemy's been making lurkers? Accurate? Yes. Alright, well, have a zealot stand on the lurker and attack it with your archons. Kill it with splash damage. Not happening. It doesn't matter. It's only 1 lurker. Oh! Detection showed up. Lurker did some damage. I don't think it actually killed anything at all. So okay, so this is dead, and here comes Octzerg. Octzerg's like, screw it. I can't hold these bases. I'm not fending them well enough. Bruh, High Templar storms. They don't have enough. Oh no! They're like at 70 energy. They almost have enough for storm, but it's not gonna matter. They're trying to turn those into archons. That's not gonna happen either. Oh my gosh, Octzerg. One of those rare games where I think a Zerg player is going to win this thing with 0 Defiler usage. Do not try this at home. This is kind of a Zerg player after my own heart. Lings and Ultras. Just like, bruh, they're fast, they're beefy, they do a ton of damage. And if your enemy doesn't have any Psionic Storm or Reavers at all, you're going to have a bad time. Yeah, these High Templar popping out of gateways, they're not going to get anything done. Ooh, a DT, though. I like this idea. I mean, I like the idea of, like, multiple DTs here. Oh, we never got 2. All right, good. 2's good enough. Observers show up. No lurkers to deal with. That's fine. And Ultralisks are mashing away at the 3rd base of Pidgin 2. So Pidgin is a dead Protoss. He's a dead nerd. I mean... This isn't a win condition. Yeah, that's it. So the Ultras are dead. The production is not hot, actually. There's 3 gateways that survived that onslaught. And the 3rd base is alive, but there's only 17 probes left after that. And I just... Like, holding this ramp with these Archons means all of these Zerglings are dead. Are you ready for this? Yeah. I mean, they killed the Zealot. That's nice, but all the Lings are very dead. Yeah, I mean, one of the sounds that I remember from 1998 when StarCraft was new was the sound of Archons eating Zerglings. It's an iconic sound. Like, a lot of StarCraft is iconic sounds, but, like, that's on the list of just, like, burned into my brain. Archons going raw and Lings going, what? Maybe that's not an accurate sound. I mean, look, Octzerg's at 89 supply. He's not even over 100 supply. This has been the scrappiest PvZ in a while. And Pidgin gets the GG, and Octzerg's your winner here in 23 minutes. Yep, the foreigner games, they are weird. But by golly, I enjoy them. I had a lot of fun with that. I did. Like, I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know what tech paths they were going to take. We got a Dark Archon in this. Sweet. So good. Like, normally, I'd be like, okay, we're not getting melee attack upgrades or anything at the 10-minute mark, right? So, like, we're not making Ultralisks. And then he's like, I'll make Ultras. They're not going to have any upgrades, Octzerg. That's fine. I'll get them later. Okay. And then it works. Like, so when does that work? Honestly. I mean, these Archons were going to eat this entire base. Octzerg really doesn't believe in defending his bases. Honestly, no. Not all that much. I mean, he defended his natural pretty effectively. Pidgin tried to smash his head in here a couple times, couldn't quite do it. Also, Pidgin's control struggled a bit. Like, there were a couple times we saw that Zealots would have been fantastic in a battle. Like, the time they were sitting here and there were Hydras running in, and the Zealots were like, we are going to hang out. Man alive. Yeah, so the Zerg player gets the win against all odds here today. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one. It was fun. So 172,000 points there for Octzerg, 169 for Pidgin, outproduced. About a 2-to-1 ratio there. The Zerg player did outkilled, about a 2-to-1 ratio there too. Structures raised, that was a big deal. Once all that lost all that production, it was going to be rough, and outspent the Protoss by a full 10,000 in about 23 minutes, which is not bad. Not bad at all. So well done, Octzerg, getting the win here today. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.